All right, so as we're working, number two gives us a one sentence problem, which is it's easy to read because it's not a lot of words. There are a lot of words in the answer choices, but I'm going to show you how Desmos can help us decode those answer choices and get it down to 50-50 and then choose the correct answer. So first of all, what we see is f of x equals x, and we see g of x equals f of x minus 23. So I see equals twice. That means I've got two equations. So I'm going to put both of those just like I see them in my Desmos calculator. So I'm going to open up my Desmos calculator. And I've already had it open for my number one. So it automatically opens to Desmos. If not, you choose Desmos when you open it. So I'm going to put in f of x equals x, just like I see in the first place. So that's this equation right here. And then I've got g of x equals f of x minus 23. Okay, so I can see that that's put that blue line down there, and I've got kind of a small window to work with here. So I'm going to zoom out so that I can see my lines better. So I can see that my lines, it does not appear that my lines intersect. And so if we go back to our vocabulary, and if I go out further and further, I can prove that. So they don't ever touch each other. So the definition of parallel looks like it holds here. So it looks like these two lines are parallel. We're going to look at some characteristics. And then, so I'm going to go over to my answer choices. I'm going to go ahead and close this for just a second and I'll come back to it. But I'm going to look at my answer choices and I can see that I see the word parallel and the word not in front of it for answer choice A. And for answer choice B, it says they are not parallel. So I'm going to cross those two out so that I don't have to worry about it. So I go over here to my three lines. I select that and do strike through. So strike through, I don't want ones that are not parallel. So I'm going to cross that out and I'm going to cross that out. So now I'm only dealing with C and D. So I'm going to hit the escape key so that it takes me out of my uh, the strike through tool. And then I'm going to reopen my calculator and I'm going to look and see what it says. So my calculator has, I might need to zoom in on my key features here. So I've got a key feature there that says that's the y-intercept, that's 0, negative 23. And the y-intercept for my red line is 0, 0. So it crosses the line at y equals 0. So I'm going to move this over a little bit. The graphs of f and g are parallel and parallel. So I don't need that first part of that sentence. So I'm going to move my calculator over and I'm going to say f is translated 23 up to create the graph of g. This is where it's important to have both of these graphs. So I can see that my f is color coded in red and my G is color coded in blue. So if I started with F, G is down from F. G has been moved down from F. So the language that I'm looking at right here is translated or shifted or slides up 23 units. The last answer choice says F is translated 23 units down. So F is being moved, okay, to create G. So if we moved F to create G, we would have to shift it down to get to G. That seems like that's the right answer. So let's look. Move this back over. I'm going to select answer choice D because F is moved down 23 to create G, or red is moved down to create blue. And that is exactly how my calculator can help me with this problem. So remember, key points, if you see two equations, you can put both in. I can't get my calculator to sit still. I can put both in to compare them. Make sure you note the color of your F and your color of your G. and look and see what the direction the words are talking about. So the directions are saying, what do we do to F? How are we moving F to make G? So F, there's nothing above F, so F was moved down to create the new line G. So D is the correct answer.